Almost ready, getting live on Twitch in case anyone actually watches there. Of course, the gardeners next door are starting right when I get going. But that's okay. Cool. I just clicked thumbs up on my own YouTube video. Cool. Just not ashamed to say that, I guess. All right, I've got chat open on YouTube, Twitter. Just not ashamed to say that, I guess. All right, turn my own voice off. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, in case anyone has feedback or anything they want to ask. This is a $30 box of 1987 Sportflics. I suppose before I open the box, I should run my opening titles that I'm super pumped on. Yeah, let's do that. What's up? It's Andrew Germer. This is Sports Card Tech doing a live break here of a very inexpensive but super fun set of 1987 Magic Motion baseball cards. These are cards that if you were around in the 80s, I was 2 when this came out, so I wouldn't have opened it when it came out, but I certainly remember Kellogg's cereal cards and other companies that used lenticular design, which is a printing technology that fits 3 images or 4 images sometimes in one card, and as you rotate it, you see those different images. If you've seen one of these, you know what I'm talking about. If not, stay tuned. I'm going to open 36 packs full of these cards. Just as context, this hat is lighting up because it is bright verde, bright green, and the green screen behind me is designed to pull that out. This shirt looks a little funky for the same reason, but I'm wearing these things right now because when this break's done, I'm going to the very first ever Austin FC soccer game in Austin at the brand new home stadium they have. I'm a season ticket holder. I'm super pumped on the season kicking off at home now. So that's why I'm wearing this. I understand I'm opening a baseball box, but I'll put myself down in the corner now where little corner space where it's a lot more obvious the normal colors I'm wearing. So one thing that is cool about this set is that, and this I had to look up online, so I should say shout out to, it's not Card Database, baseballcardopedia.com, which is a cool site. It has a lot of background details. A lot of the things that Beckett Magazine used to describe about a set you can find on baseballcardopedia.com. This is a 195 card set. It is all lenticular, so they all have multiple images within each card. The thing I think is really cool about this set is it's the first baseball card set to ever have color photos on the back of the card. So that's a fun fact. Also kind of funny is that it was expected to sell super well. Like, the technology was supposed to blow people's minds. Everyone was supposed to just go gaga for these. And I believe it retailed at 59 cents a pack. And these boxes sold for $40. So you can do the math there. I think dealers got these for 40 bucks. So they tried to sell them 36 packs box at 60 cents a pack. So the profit margins weren't huge. It's just funny to look back at 1987 and think about the difference between today, where you cannot, you can't find a hobby pack for $30, let alone 36 packs of a hobby product. So the reason this is affordable, the reason this is a $30 box today is partly because they didn't catch on and they weren't popular with people as much as manufacturers expected them to be, but also because the cards aren't that great. The checklist is meh. There aren't hits, if you will. There aren't key rookie cards. The exception to that, and the card that really will be the one I jump for joy if I find, is the Bo Jackson that's in here, which it's not his top traded, I think 1986, that is officially his real rookie card, but it is his rookie card season. It's counted as a real rookie card in all checklists that people care about. People that collect Bo want this card. It's a desirable card. The odds of hitting it in here are they're not great. They're over half. I'm double checking the numbers here. So there are 200 base cards, and if you're like, cool, like 5 cards a pack, 36 times 5, I'm not going to do it in my head, 180, like, that would be great. Like, you get 180 out of 200 base cards in this set. That would be a cool hobby box as far as set collecting goes. But the lame thing is there's 2 trivia cards in every single 5-card pack. So there are 3 player cards and 5 trivia cards. And the player set checklist is massive, right? And it also includes, well, massive for the time considering the ratio of hits. It also includes a bunch of multiplayer cards, which I think is actually really cool. So there's a few cards in here. I'm just going to scan the checklist quickly. So like there's a card that has Wade Boggs, George Brett, and Gary Gaetti all in one card because multiple images are printed on each card. Like, that's cool. There's something very unique about a card that can do that can fit 3 guys on one card. So I'm excited to open these. You know, whether anyone else thinks this is fun or not, I'm honestly launching this live stream right now somewhat as a test of the technology that I've set up, or the camera and sort of live streaming options and, you know, settings and everything. So this is kind of a live demo for me, and if anyone else watches this and enjoys it live, great, say what's up please in any of the chats. Otherwise, if you watch this later on YouTube or anywhere else, and you care about these cards, or these are fun for you, you know, you have memories attached to them, then awesome. Like, that's to me the whole point of this whole break, if you will. It's certainly not to charge people money or, you know, pretend I'm going to pull something you've never seen before. All these cards are common and available, but opening this set just sounded really fun. And when I saw it at the hobby shop, you know, I knew I had to have it. So I'm going to go, make sure I get a good angle here. So the box itself is pretty cool. Like, this is peak, like 80s sort of synth wavy, whatever that vaporwave is what I'm looking for there. Kind of modern in the 80s, late 80s. The box has this sort of 3D effect, as in 3D glasses. This is what it would have looked like sitting on a hobby box retailer's, LCS's shop. The packs, I'm going to guess they're all here. I certainly hope none are missing. Sometimes I get particular about the order I open packs in, as I'm sure some people do. I'm not going to worry about that today. This is not a box with massive hits. It's just a box with a bunch of fun cards. If anyone's watching and sees, so I mean, I'm calling dibs, if you will, on the Bo Jackson and the Nolan Ryan. Those are kind of the 2 hits as far as I'm aware in the box, that as far as cards people still collect that have market value today, might be worth grading. So I do have my little sleeves up here in the upper left, and I might protect a few of them. But if someone's watching and they're like, oh, I really want this card, you can have it. Just let me know. Hit me up. This is not a break that we're going to find 6-figure cards in or 5-figure cards in. I'm happy to give them to people that they make happy, or kids, or whoever it might be. Shoot me a message, send me a tweet. I want to keep the box in the picture just because it's cool. But the angle's kind of funky and it's probably overkill. And we'll keep this here off to the side as a reminder. Okay, cool. Let's rip. I'm gonna flip my hat backwards so I don't hit anything. Take a preparatory sip of white wine. With a big old ice cube in it. Cool. Let's rip. These are fun. This pack is just so cool. This is like the most 80s pack. Just, I love the colors. I love the logo. I love the design. These cards make me happy, and I haven't even seen one in person yet. Produced, I'm in Austin, Texas. Produced, I say down the road in Grand Prairie, Texas. I think that's close to Arlington, if I'm remembering. Actually, why I'm saying that is the box here says Sportflics, Arlington, Texas, 76011. All right, so this is a learning experience. These team cards are tiny, so that will affect how I open stuff. We've got the Royals and the Doyers, the jacket, the hat. I'm just going to stack the team cards up here. All right, Mr. Chili Davis, one of my favorite players from his days on the Angels. These are so cool. I don't know if all the images are going to show up well, but I'll just kind of move them around. So I'm realizing now these cards do not have player names on front. So you really got to know your stuff. Danny Tartable. Looked like Roberto Alomar, but that's the wrong era. Also, these cards they're not, the resolution is not great. So I think this might be a reason that they didn't sell spectacularly well, is you have to look at them like under great light and in the right angle in order for them to really kind of pop and look nice. But dang, they are cool. It is cool, just fun, Willie McGee, to be able to fit 3 things in one card. And I don't know if something like this will come back ever, but it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, NFTs, who would have ever thought, right? Like NFTs or digital art would be something people would love. And I love all that stuff. And this channel is called Sports Card Tech for a reason, because I love technology. All right, I think I'm going to start just setting them down. So this Wade Boggs card is pretty cool. And this is, wow, I mean, this is like factory sharp. You saw the little print nodule thingies on there from where the cutter hit it, where the die hit it. So here's Wade Boggs. I hope all 3 images are visible. Cool. I mean, the backs of these cards are gorgeous. Pretty freaking awesome. In 1987, or after his first 5 full seasons, Wade Boggs had a 352 average. That man could hit. He deserves a sleeve. These cards are a little thick. I think in some ways that's good because they have this, like, you know, quality feeling to them because of the plastic layer. You know, a lot of us remember doing, like, that's a very specific noise. I won't do it anymore because it might make some people cringe, but okay, now I see why these are cut this way. They're exactly the width of the card next to each other. The team cards are kind of cool. Like, I could, oh, cool old Brewers logo. Yeah, there we go. These are kind of cool. I'm assuming I can collect them all from this break here. I could see as a kid really wanting the Angels one for sure. Lance Parrish. I'm going to try to identify the guys without totally cheating each time. Again, the player names are not on the front. Oh, this is 3 players in one. Right. Okay, so this is a Felipe Alou, but that's not right. Tim Raines, Jose Cruz, Vince Coleman. Vince Coleman was fast. Hashtag analysis. I feel like I mean, am I crazy? That was only 2 player cards. So this pack was short a card. I mean, it's on video. 1, 2. Yeah, Boggs, derp. All right, I'm really smart. Okay, we'll put these away. We want Bo. This is Wally Backman. Genuinely never heard of him before. A lot of these, 1987 was not a powerful year of baseball names as far as the hobby goes. It was kind of quiet. There's a Giants team card, a Twins team card. Kevin Mitchell of the Mets. Cool guy headshot built into this one. And then another triple player card. Eddie Murray, Don Mattingly, and Wally World. Wally Joyner. I can get all three of those. Nice. Well, that's a fun card. American League first baseman. Try to pull them out this way, so actually no matter what, it's going to show me a name. Oh well, so much for surprises, Sportflics. Keith Hernandez. This one's kind of cool because it's like all the same swing. I don't know that all of them are that way. Let's give Keith a sleeve because we can afford it since they're totally a penny and you can find them everywhere. That's sarcasm. Mets team card, American League champs, Red Sox team card. Man, they really had to fill squares on that printing to come up with that one. I see why this set didn't like explode. It's novel, but like I'll bet the people at Sportflics maybe didn't understand baseball too much and they really understood technology or collecting. Andre Dawson, which, I mean, he's so cool. Expos are so cool. These cards don't include stolen bases, which I noticed when I flipped over Vince Coleman, even though the card was about stolen bases. Not that that's a genuine criticism of the set, but the backs are beautiful. You get triples. Oh, I'm silly. Stolen bases is third. Yeah. What an insane career set of numbers up through 1986. 250 plus steals, 220 plus homers, 280 average, 354 walks. That guy's a beast. I don't know why it took any time for him to make the Hall of Fame. Jim Rice, Jose Canseco, George Brett, another triple card. These are funny. Teddy Higuera. Another Mets, another Twins, so those may be collated like that throughout. Lloyd Mosby, that is such an awesome generic guy name. Like, I have never heard of this player. Again, I was 2 when this set came out, but Lloyd Mosby is just an awesome name. And another triple card. This looks like the AL version of the Vince Coleman one. These are the Speed Burners, Ricky Anderson, John Kanglosi, Gary Pettis, some fast fellas. All right, we want Bo, we want Nolan, we got Boggs. We got Bert Blyleven, one of the powerful alliterative names of his era. Cardinals and Braves team cards. I have to assume 36 packs, 2 team cards per pack. I'm going to have duplicate sets of the teams. Bert Blyleven's got a full back of the card. That may be the longest career I've seen yet in the set. 16 years. Eric Davis, okay. Coming off an 80 steal season. I know his, I want to say Eric Davis' son. Never mind, that was Eric Young Jr. I'm thinking of. Bob Ojeda, all right. Bobo! The best of the best in a player's poll. Dwight Gooden, Don Mattingly. There's a card with Bo Jackson on it. I like that. Unless I'm way off here. Wait a tick. George Brett. Nope, that's not Bo. Yeah, my colors are wrong. So yeah, like these are cool cards, but the more I look at them now, the more I'm like, okay, I get why people were over them, because I'm not sleeving that. Because yeah, they're kind of hard to see, to be totally honest. Vince Coleman coming off of a back-to-back 110 and 107 stolen base seasons. What a beast he was on the base paths. Another Red Sox champs card, Astros cool old tie-dye colors card, and Dale Murphy. Ah, that's why I confused myself. I was thinking George Brett. It's those blue Atlanta uniforms. Okay. I also am pretty colorblind, I must say. Try not to lean into that as an excuse, but with cards like these that are dim, the colors are not striking. Just gonna make a trash pile on the ground. Y'all know how this goes. Mike Pagliarulo. That's a fantastic Italian name. He's got a cool mustache too. Like that's what a Mike Pagliarulo should look like, in my opinion. No clue as a player how he was. He almost pulled a Chris Davis though. He hit 239, 239, 238. Wow. So that's fun just for that. Texas Rangers team card, Detroit Tigres team card, some Astro I'm not sure of, Glenn Davis. Probably should have known that. I don't know. This is a weird year of baseball. The same triple league leaders card that we pulled earlier, so that's the first duplicate, at least as far as I'm aware. Hey-o! There's our main man, our second leading man, breaking Bert Blyleven's record for a number of years on a card. So he spans 66 to 86 at this point. That is a healthy 20 years. It's pretty tough to top a 27-year career, I believe he had. What an animal. What a cool card. But I don't, oh, there we go. I was going to say, it doesn't have him with the high leg kick because that's so signature Nolan Ryan. All right, well, this one is really crappily centered. There's no way that'll 10. I wouldn't even 9 that myself. Not that I'm a grader, but like that is way off center. So that is not worth grading. It's probably one of the two cards that would be worth considering along with the Bo Jackson. So no disappointment. We're doing this for the funds and the lulz. Pete Incaviglia, another fantastic Italian name, I'm assuming. A lot of great Italian names. Dan Pasqua? Not that that's Italian. Almost sounds Native American. Cool, there's 35 people watching. Just kidding, there's one. It might just be me. Hello, me. Bo, Bo, Bo. We want Bo. Or two Bows. I mean, why not get greedy? Steve Sachs. Wow, I once prank called Steve Sachs in college. My college roommate had his phone number. Do not ask me why or how, but I did once prank call Steve Sachs, and he was very upset about it. As I probably would have been too. Eddie Murphy? Tony Bernazard. What am I talking about? Nope. Eddie Murphy, no. Eddie Murray was where I was actually going. Jesse Barfield, Harold Baines, Dave Winfield. 3 really good players, honestly, who are pretty underrated in the history, the context of baseball's history. They were just good all the time, but they were never the greatest in any given season, as far as I can remember. Tony Gwynn, that's a player we like, and that's a beautifully centered version. Oh, look at that. Look at that curly hair. What a sick card. I like this one. That's my favorite card so far. It's got like nice, even die-cut print marks all the way around. Here, just to pretend like it's as special as I think it is, we're going to put it in Some hard plastic. Carney Lansford, that's a name. Doyers, Phillies team cards. Tom Brinansky. Wow. His head is barely on his head. It is quite high on his head there. Paul Molitor, darn good player. Sometimes it's so wild. I just love looking at the career stats. Like, the dude did not hit for power. He had 19 homers 1 year. But a 291 career average up till then. 200 doubles through 9 or 8 seasons at this point. Just solid. 231 steals. I did not realize Paul Molitor was that fast. What? Well, it's because I was born when he was stealing bases. Hubie Brooks, another fantastic name, but not a player that we're excited to pull. Oop. Oh no, I forgot more team cards. Shame. Red Sox, Jays. Blue Jays branding is solid. It has always been good in my opinion. Some grimy, junky junk in here. Falling all over my desk. Don Mattingly. That's a name. People like this guy. #1 in the set. I guess this was kind of when he was like the coolest player in baseball, which again, no disrespect to Donnie Baseball. Like he's a great, but 1987 was not a year when people, a year full of big name baseball players, sadly. There were some Hall of Famers, but not like some of these other years. It's a cool Mariners one. Tigers. It's really hard to even tell like what team these guys are on. Mark Langston, wow. On Seattle. I remember him as an Angel, that's for sure. 1986 season highlights. Gary Carter, another great player, but not one of those massively collected all-time greats. There's my Angels team card. That one's getting a sleeve because that's my team. Another Brew Crew team card. Tom Seaver. I was like, that's a familiar guy, but in Boston. I did not recognize him in a Red Sox uniform. Mets, Reds, White Sox, Red Sox. That's a heck of a long year. 19 seasons up to that point. Nolan Ryan actually had the same amount because Ryan didn't play in 67, but he did come up in 66. Let's sleeve him. You got sleeves. Triple card of Jim Rice, Jose Canseco, George Bello. So those are almost, I think those are. The triple cards and the filler cards are printed probably twice as much as the base, so. Because I've already received multiple duplicates. Kirby Puckett, another amazing Hall of Fame player, but just not like massively collected, and everyone's like stoked forever on him. Gritch? DeCinces. There we go. Too recent for Gritch. Strohs. Jays. A bunch of guys. Wow. Like, I love baseball. 1987 was such a weird year. Rafael Palmeiro is one of the future stars. And this is like the kind of card that should have like at least a couple guys who had decent careers or people remember, because it has 6 players on it. Randy Asador, Casey Candiali, Kevin Seitzer, Rafael Palmeiro. There's one guy, but roids. And then Tim Pinzarski and Dave Cochran. Like, just again, how weak the rookie class was in this set and why it's not you know, not a set that people blown open, ripped through, and, you know, that has much demand today. What a weird card. Just like, that was your best 6 people? Really? Eddie Murray, I said his name earlier. Another Hall of Famer who people don't really collect aggressively. Another Angels. Oh, this one's different. So there's multiple logos. Wow, that's a lot of filler. Ken Schrom. And then the best catchers in baseball. Mike Easler. Another Angels. Another Brewers. Mel Hall. Todd Worrell. Whoa. Rick Roden. I'm not sure why I said it that way, but I did. Braves team, Royals team. Rich Gedman. Bob Ojeda. That's our second Bob Ojeda. Party. Oops, sorry to hit the camera. Mike Marshall. Padres team card, Orioles team card, Alvin Davis and Don Slott. Those are some epic names. 1987. What a year of baseball lore. Reggie? Reggie. Reggie on the Angels. Look at that very distinct Reggie pose. Way over swinging, super deep on his knee. I mean, I know the guy hit a lot of home runs, but he loved to strike out too. Kind of more like today's modern players, if we're being honest. With less of a good eye. Pirates, Astros, team cards. Corey Snyder. Candy Maldonado. That's just a fun name as well. I think it was Fred Lynn, yeah. So Bob Horner. Bob Nepper. Fred Lynn. Phillies. And then a no longer used logo of the Cleveland Indians. Good old Chief Wahoo. Jesse Barfield. Minnesota team card. Milwaukee team card. Len Dykstra. What a baby. That's his 3rd year card. He's the very first player I ever remember from his Philly days with just like the biggest wad of dip in his mouth. So it's always fun to remember guys by the amount of tobacco they could fit in their cheeks. The great Ricky Henderson. He's always fun. Always collected. Always beloved. This one's particularly off-center though. Blue Jays, Dodgers, Gary Gaetti, Dale Murphy, Eric Davis, Kevin McReynolds, triple card. Harold Baines, another amazing hitter who no one really cares about today. I don't mean that to be insulting at all, just this is not a box full of hits because it's a bunch of unexciting Hall of Famers who are just great at baseball and didn't win our hearts over like the Ken Griffey Jr.'s of the world. Giants and Jays. Scott Fletcher. And our main man, Tim Raines. Wow, I could have sworn I said Harold Baines earlier. These players are basically the same. Like, so good, so underrated, eked into the Hall of Fame in their last years. Also, now the backs do face the same. Alrighty. A lot of Hall of Famers in this set. I don't know why. No one wants these. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but I don't need to worry about sleeving them quite yet. Let's just find the bow. Come on, Bo. You're in here. Juan Samuel. Triple card. Brett Saberhagen. Cardinals. Mets. National League Champs card. We want Bo. We want Bo. Brian Downing, another amazing player who no one really cares about and collects. Angels, Cardinals. Is this Ozzie Smith? No. Yes. Todd Borrell, Ozzie Smith. I guess there are people who definitely still collect him. Always gotta love a guy. I was gonna say you played his whole career with one team, but I immediately was wrong. I guess he was not, he had no power. He was just so fun to watch. Such fantastic defense. The Wizard. It reminds me of Javi Baez. Never mind, no. Ozzie Smith is so much better at fielding. Willie McGee. That's our second of him. Fernando Valenzuela. They better get one of them looking up to the heavens. Nope. Just his follow through. Lame. Indians, Blue Jays. And Dwight Evans. Another one of those really unappreciated players in the grander world of baseball. Obviously, Red Sox fans know and love him. Roger McDowell. My mom's high school classmate, Mr. Mike Witt. The Mets. The Pirates. That's our first Pirates. And then Chris Brown. Down to the last 8 packs, one of which will contain Bo Jackson. Hopefully. Cal Ripken Jr., you get a sleeve, you get a sleeve. It's cool. This one's got him hitting and fielding and throwing. That is a cool set of shots. That is one of the better photo sets. Some of them are weak. Reds, AL champion Red Sox. These are some dusty ones. Whoops. Best second baseman, the one and only Brett Butler, another guy who just had so much dip in his cheek, as much as you could fit. Then some. I also remember him being on America's Funniest Home Videos, and his kid is like in the yard, and he pitches him a softball, and then it hits him in the nuts. His kid smacks the ball back and whacks him. Glenn Wilson, Atlanta Braves, Milwaukee Brewers. Phil Niekro. Now that is a long career. That'll break the Ryan record. That has 22 years on it. Knuckleball will do that for you. It's kind of cool. You get a sleeve because. And Bobby Witt, before his no-hitter, after a very long rookie year of 157 innings. Ryan Sandberg, another great player, not massively collected. Cubbies, Rangers. Bill Buckner. I was like, why is this guy standing like that in that position so familiar? Sorry, Red Sox fans, I cannot remember what year he made that error, but it might have been this year. 87. What a funny year of baseball. Gary Ward. Those Yankees, Cubbies. Robin Yount. Such a beast. Now that is a guy, I believe, who played his whole career with one team, which is always cool. Get this gunk off there. There we go. Our second Tony Gwynn, Pedro Guerrero. Astros, Brewers, we got a lot. And Lee Lacy, got a lot of Astros and Brewers team cards if anyone ever wants those. Tony Gwynn looking so cool with his curly hair. Bill Madlock. Padres, Tigers. Whoa. John Candelaria. Don Slott, our second Don Slott. We're just dripping with Don Slott. Kevin McReynolds, Braves, Phillies, Bruce Hurst, Lou Whitaker. All right, we've got one pack left to pull a bow. Odds are slim, but just as good as any other pack, if you ask a mathematician, statistician, physician. Jack Morris. Mariners, Jays. Not Bo. Angel, Wally. Nope. Yep. Not Bo. Bruce Hurst. Stupid Bruce Hurst. We don't need more of you. We really don't. Well, still fun. Fun product. Cool looking. 36 packs of trash to clean up. Again, if anyone sees this and wants any, shoot me a message. Hit me up at contact@sportscardtech.com or, write me a letter or send me a carrier pigeon. Whatever works for you. If you've been watching, thank you. If you're still listening, thank you. And this was